Hey there, everybody. So we're going to do today, right now, I'm going to give you my predictions for the Western Conference qualifying round. I should just say play-in in series. So there's 4 series, and I'm going to give you my predictions. Earlier, I gave you my preview for the series, but I didn't give you who I think was going to win. But I'm going to do that right here, and we're going to start off with the Flames and the Jets. Flames and the Jets are playing 36, 27, and 7 for the Flames. They scored 204, gave up 214. So you don't really like to see that, obviously. You want to score more goals than you gave up. So you got to look and say, well, the defense might need to be looked at. Last 10 going into our last 10 right at the break, I should say, suspension of the season. 6-3-1. They finished with a 5-6-4. I forgot to put the 4 there. 5-6-4. That's their winning percentage. And they were 19th in the league. They have a 21.2% power play and an 82.1% penalty kill. So that's good numbers. You're over 100 because if they added them up, they're over 100. And yeah, good special teams. Matt Tkachuk, 23 goals, 38 assists, 61 points. Elias Lindholm, 29 goals, 25 assists, 54 points. Giordano, for some reason, I'm blanking on his first name. 5 goals, 26 assists, 31 points. And Milan Lucic, who I put on here just, I don't know, to laugh at him. I don't know. I don't like the guy. 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points. Although I have to say, I'm a little surprised he had that many points. I think the move from Edmonton over to Calgary, I don't know, got him going a little bit more than he had been. Johnny Gaudreau, he could be the game breaker. 18 goals, 40 assists, 58 points. A little bit under norm for Gaudreau. So you'd think he'd want to kind of make up for that. I think a little bit of an off season. Not a great season for him so far. He can do that right here in this qualifying round series. So we got to watch Gaudreau and see how he reacts to this controversy that I guess I'll talk about a little bit down here. Riddick should be the goalie. Don't know Riddick's first name. There's a few guys I just don't know their first name. It's funny, in sports you know the last name. A lot of times you don't know the first name. Riddick, 24, 17, and 6, 2 shutouts, 297 goals against, and a 907 save percentage. I think they'll have Riddick in that. Cam Talbot, who's the backup, had really good numbers, had better save percentage and goals against than Riddick had. So I haven't heard anything about not being Riddick, but I'm going to assume it's Riddick. So I think their defense needs to tighten up because you got to look at the goals against more than they scored. That's never good, really. I don't think that's a good stat to have. And there's a lot of controversy around Gaudreau with are they going to trade him? Does he want to leave? Is he coming into camp really out of shape and not really caring? And he's falling off, and is his career over and all that? So he might answer a lot of that right here with a good performance. Next up, the Jets. 37, Benny and the Jets. Elton John, showing my age. Benny and the Jets. That's what I think of when I need, or Jets for the New York Jets. Okay, enough of that. 37, 28, and 6, 213 goals for, 201 goals against. Not shabby for a team, especially that going into the season, they lost, I want to say 3, but possibly 4 of their top defensemen gone either by trade or Bufflin just sort of retiring. I don't know what Bufflin did. And yeah, so that you would have thought going into the season, and we all did, that they're not going to have a great showing this year. And they did quite well when you consider all that. So their last 10, they were also 6-3-1. They finished 20th in the league based on a .563 winning percentage. And my dog obviously agrees highly with that. Their power play was 20.5%. And their penalty kill was a bit subpar at 77.6%. They need to improve that, especially in the playoffs. Kyle Connor, 38 goals, 35 assists, 73 points. Mark Scheifele, 29 goals, 44 assists, also 73 points. Neil Pionk, I think, did quite well. He was traded for, I guess. Trouba really had to trade him. They got Pionk from the Rangers. Pionk did well. 6 goals, 39 assists, 45 points. Nicholas Ehlers, 25 goals, 33 assists, 58 points. A guy I was talking about Montreal should be going after. They didn't. Patrick Laine, who I think also like Gaudreau, not that he has to put anything to rest, but he's a sniper. Patrick Laine is a guy to look out for. He could really make a difference in this series, and I think he will. 28 goals, 35 assists, 63 points. Also making a big difference, I think, is Connor Hellebuyck. 31, 21, and 5, 6 shutouts, and a 257 goals against, 922 save percentage, really good save percentage, especially look at that, 906. I'd rather have a goalie going with that. For them, special teams, and I mostly mean the penalty kill, although the power play 20.5, hey, could be better too, but that's still a good power play. So they got to work on this penalty kill in the playoffs. Penalty kill, special teams are really important, and you'd want to improve on that. That goes along with the defense, and I'm only saying the defense, can this defense that got them this far unexpectedly, can they do that in the playoffs as well? So we're going to find out. And Hellebuyck, I like question Hellebuyck only, can he keep it up? He's had 4.5 months off, so it's like kind of starting like a new season. His momentum from the season is gone. It should be gone. You'd think it is. Does he carry it over? Does he start where he left off? We'll have to see, because they're going to need him to do that. So between two teams, who do I think is going to win this 5-game series? I'm leaning towards, well, the Jets. I kind of think the Jets are going to win it big time, actually. So I'm going with the Jets in the sweep. 3 games. Jets in 3. Why? I don't know. I just have this feeling about the Flames that they're just not right there defensively. This Goudreau stuff is probably going to be a problem. And, I don't have anything specific to say. Some of these, and it's the Western Conference. I'm not the best on the Western Conference. I'm the first one to admit that. But this is kind of a gut thing. I'm going for the Jets. It might not be in 3, but I think it might be a sweep here. Next up is the Oilers and the Hawks. Oilers and Hawks. 37, 25, and 9 for the Oilers. 223 goals for, 215 goals against. They finished 12th in the league based on a .585 winning percentage. In the last 10 games, they were 5-3-2. 29.5 on the power play percentage. That's the highest percentage I've seen so far. 84.4% on the penalty kill. So their special teams are doing their job and could be a really big reason why they go far or whatever damage they do in the playoffs. Those special teams are going to be very important if they can keep that up. Draisaitl was 43 goals, 67 assists, 110 points. He led the team in all 3 categories. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 22 goals, 39 assists, 61 points. Darnell Nurse, 5 goals, 28 assists, 33 points. Young guy running a defense in an important game, an important series for probably, I think, the first time. Interesting to see how he does. Connor McDavid, 34 goals, 63 assists, 97 points. And I think the guy here to really watch out for them is Kailer Yamamoto. He had 11 goals, 25 assists for 26 points. And that was in just 27 games played. So that's very interesting. And talk about having really good secondary scoring. You got a guy like Yamamoto, and I don't know what line he's on, so I say that he could be primary scoring, but he's really going to help them. Now, in nets, you've got Mike Smith, I think, is obviously the older veteran, but numbers-wise, I think Koskinen numbers are better. I don't know if it's going to continue in camp, so I haven't heard anything, but I'm going to say Koskinen is in 18, 13, and 3, 1 shutout, 275 goals against, and a 917 save percentage. So, question marks on Oilers special teams, and the question mark is not they're bad and they got to improve. Can they keep that up? Because if they can, those special teams numbers are going to make a big difference going forward. I also have goalie. Like I just said, I don't know what goalie is going to be in, and I haven't heard anything about that, so I'm just wondering. And secondary scoring, they are going to need secondary scoring from the top 2 lines, and I don't know if that's where Yamamoto fits in or not, because like I said, I don't know what line, but this is one of the Oilers' biggest problems, is having more scoring than just Draisaitl and McDavid's lines, and they're going to need to have that, even though they're playing the Hawks. I still think they can beat the Hawks, but I mean, if they want to have success, they need a little bit more secondary scoring, in my opinion. The Hawks were 32, 30, and 8. They scored 208 goals, 214 against, and finished up 23rd in the league, just ahead of Montreal. The last 10, they went 6-4-0. And the finishing 23rd was based on a .514 save percentage. 15.2% on the power play, and 82.1% on the penalty kill. So power play is a problem. Jonathan Toews, 18 goals, 42 assists, 60 points. Duncan Keith, 3 goals, 24 assists, 27 points. Alex DeBrincat, 18 goals, 27 assists for 45 points. And Dominic Kubalik, who is in the final 3 of the Rookie of the Year Calder running, was 30, 16, and 46 points. I think here, Patrick Kane, who was number 1 in all 3 categories, goals, assists, and points, with 33, 51, and 84. They are going to need Patrick Kane to at least somewhat counter the scoring that's on the Oilers. So you're going to need Patrick Kane, his line, whoever's playing with, they're going to have to be scoring. Crawford, 16, 20, and 3 with a shutout, 277 goals against, and a 917 save percentage. Crawford is practicing and playing. He apparently had COVID. I believe it's something like 8 days. He had COVID for a while. And he's better and practicing. And power play percentage is a question mark. It's going to be a problem. They have to improve that power play. Their penalty kill is good. If they can keep those kind of numbers up, that's fine. Their veteran core of Crawford, Toews, Keith, and Kane could be a problem. I mean, that could be not a problem bad, really, but you figure those are the guys that could really find something. They've got a ton of experience, and maybe they can push themselves past the Oilers. And that is if Crawford is ready. Crawford seems to be ready. He is not going to have a lot of practice time before the games start. So I don't know how that's going to be. But if Crawford can make it and play well, they've got a shot. If not, you look at Delia or Subban, and let's face it, against the Oilers, then they don't have a shot. So if Crawford's not playing well, the Hawks don't have a chance. Defense is also a problem, and I say that because of the power play and the fact they gave up 214 goals, more goals than they scored. That's never good. So I'm going to go here with the Oilers. So I'm taking the Oilers. Hey, what's with my pen? Is there new pens? Oilers. How do I put it? In what do I have here? Oilers in 5. I know if you watch my Eastern prediction video, yeah, I seem to like the 5. The reason because that I'm going with all these 5 and 5 is because these guys are kind of rusty. It's not a long training camp. I don't expect all their skills to be up to par, and I have a feeling we might get a lot of series that are going to go back and forth because I don't know if any teams can dominate. Now, I'm saying that with the Jets, but it's just a gut that the Jets are going to sweep the Flames. Would not shock me if it goes in 5. It wouldn't shock me if all 8 series go in 5 games. So I'm going here, Oilers in 5. How are we doing on time? Too much. Next up is the Predators and the Coyotes. 35, 26, and 8 for Nashville. 212 goals for, 214 against, so virtually the same. 16th overall with a .565 winning percentage. Last 10, they were also 6-3-1, like a few teams here. 17.3% on the power play, 76.1% on the penalty kill. Special teams are a problem. Yossi, 16 goals, 49 assists, 65 points. He led the team in assists and points. Ryan Johansson, 14 goals, 22 assists, 36 points. Kyle Turris, 9 goals, 22 assists, 31 points. Turris is one of those guys that could step up here and possibly do some damage and help this team win. Plus, I think he also is a former Coyote, so maybe there's something there he wants to. I think he was a Coyote for some reason. It's in my head that he was, and maybe that's some kind of motivation. But Turris has the ability to do some damage and score some points. Michael Granlund, I believe it is, 17 goals, 13 assists, 30 points. Granlund struggled at the beginning of the season, went through a lot of it, and then started to play really well near the end of the season. So he could, if he can keep that up, could do some damage here. I've got Matthew Shane sort of singled out, as my dog agrees. As always, 13 goals, 29 assists, 42 points. And the reason why I didn't want Matt Duchene as a free agent is exactly that. He had a 70-point or whatever point season. That's not his norm. He's not going to be getting that all the time. He's overpaid, and he's more like if he would have played the other games, he'd been around 50 points. That's where he is. He's a 50-odd point player, and to pay him $7, $8, $9 million, not worth it. I wouldn't have done it, but for Matt Duchene to counter us on that opinion, he needs to have a really good series, and he can carry the Preds if he does. In net, I think it's going to be Saros, and it's going to be my dog Raven. So just hang on, I'm going to stop for a sec. All right, hopefully she'll stop. Okay, where was it? Saros, 17, 12, and 4 shutouts, a 2.70 goals against, and a 9.14 save percentage. And if I'm right, Rene had really bad numbers for him in the threes, and 8.95 save percentage. I think that's what it was, 8.95. Not good numbers, and if he doesn't show like he's better than that in camp, I think it's going to be Saros, who's the goalie of the future there, obviously. Special teams are a question mark. They need to be better. That's not good enough. Power play or penalty kill, you can't get away with it, especially when both are bad and subpar. Defense, because of that, they gave up a lot of goals. So defense could look. They got a great defenseman in Yossi, but maybe the whole. I don't know a lot about the Predators, but defense to me is suspect and needs to tighten up. Scoring, they actually scored pretty decently. So, like I said, Matt Duchene and Turris can increase that. They need to score a little bit more, push this team forward. So, and finally on them, who's in net? And like I said, I think it's going to be Saros. Rene's really good goalies over the years, but he's getting older, and it wouldn't surprise me that Saros takes over from here. He's definitely the goalie of the future, and his numbers are good. Coyotes, 33, 29, and 8. Scored 190 goals, 183 against. Finished 22nd overall in the league with a .529 winning percentage. Last 10, they were an even 5-5-0. 19.2% on the power play, 82.7% on the penalty kill. So penalty kill numbers definitely good. Power play is okay, but it could be a little better. Schmaltz, 11 goals, 34 assists, 45 points. Keller, 17 goals, 27 assists, 44 points. Garland, 22 goals, 17 assists, 39 points. Ekman Larson, 9 goals, 21 assists, 30 points. Now, two guys I sort of have separated. Phil Kessel, who when they got him, I said he's not going to put up Kessel numbers. I'm out there. I said it on video. I can prove it. And he didn't. 14 goals, 24 assists, 38 points. Taylor Hall did well when he got there. 10 goals, 17 assists, 27 points. That's in 35 games in Arizona. He had, I believe, 25 points in New Jersey leading up to that. Darcy Kemper, the goalie, they've got a good combo, the two goalies, Kemper and Ranta. I believe Kemper should start if he's fully healthy. 16, 11, and 2. 2 shutouts, a 2.22 goals against, and a 9.28 save percentage. I believe Ranta's got a 9.21 save percentage. So the goalies are good there in Arizona. That's one thing that is good. They need some scoring. They got to score a little more. 190 goals forward, not enough. And the big thing there in Coyote land, the front office management with John Chayka, the GM, either quitting or I don't know what else you're going to call it. So how does that affect the team? Is the team going to be affected by that, or can they just say, listen, we're in the bubble now. No need to worry about all that right now. We've got games to play. We want to try to win. I think that would be the approach they're going to take, and it probably won't affect them too much. So, but that's something that's going on there, and you don't know. So we got through that one. Next one. Turnover page. Rich. I don't call myself Rich. What the hell is that about? Vancouver and the Canucks and the Wild. 37, 27, and 6. Is there a nickname for the Wild? Because could say the Nucks. I got the Yotes, the Preds. Is there a nickname for the Wild? I don't think it's possible. Okay, 37, 27, and 6 for the Nucks. 224 goals for, 214 against. So still 214 goals against, a little high in my mind. Last 10, 4, 5, and 1. They finished 17th best according to save percentage. Winning percentage with a .565 winning percentage. They were the power play was 24.2%. Penalty kill was 80.5%. So their special teams are fine. JT Miller, 27 goals, 45 assists, 72 points. Was a good pickup by the offseason last year. Definitely JT Miller, and he's leading the team. Bo Horvat, 22 goals, 31 assists, 53 points. Elias Pedersen, however you want to say it, 27 goals, 39 assists, 66 points. And Quinn Hughes, 8 goals, 45 assists, which was best for rookies. And 53 points, which I'm not sure might have also been best for rookies, but definitely the assists. Brock Besser was separated a little lower because his 16 goals, 29 assists, 45 points in 57 games. The team wins a lot with Besser's in the lineup. They don't seem to win when Besser's not in the lineup, so he's important that he's healthy and playing, and it gives them a little bit of a boost somehow. Markstrom is going to be in nets, without a doubt in my mind, unless he's not healthy. 23, 16, and 4. 2 shutouts with a .275 goals against and a .918 save percentage. He's a good goalie. That goals against number could be better, but it's not horrible. And the .918 save percentage is good, and they're going to need him if they're going to go anywhere. So defense could be a problem with that. They got to tighten that up, give up fewer goals. And Besser that's the question marks. Defense, and is Besser healthy? Because if Besser is healthy and playing, their chances are better. Minnesota Wild, 35, 27, and 7. 218 goals for 217 against, so virtually even. Last 10, 7, 3, and 0. That's the best last 10, I think, of all the 8 series that I've seen, all the teams. That's the best one, I believe. They were 21st overall with a .558 winning percentage, 21.5% on the power play, 71.2% on the pen. You know, I hesitate there. I just realized I didn't pick the last game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this and then I'll pick the 2 games. Sorry. 71.2% on the penalty kill, which is the worst penalty kill that I've seen out there. It's the worst one. Fiala, 23 goals, 31 assists, 54 points. Zuccarello, 15 goals, 22 assists, 37 points. Eric Stahl, 19 goals, 27 assists for 47 points. And Mikko Koivu, 4 goals, 17 assists, 21 points. Now, oddly enough for me, the guy who can make a difference here is Alex Galchenyuk. He had 9 goals, 15 assists, 24 points. But he is in a contract season, so he's a free agent at the end of the season. And so he needs a contract, and he apparently scores well against Vancouver. So this could be a big series for Alex Galchenyuk, and maybe he plays his way into another contract, either with them or with somebody else. In nets, I believe it'll be Stalock. 20 wins, 11 losses, 4 shootout or overtime losses. That's reversed. 4 shutouts, 267 goals against, and a .910 save percentage. There's another guy there. I didn't write it down, but there's 3 goalies there. They're in a fight. Dubnyk is not necessarily going to be the goalie. He had horrible numbers during the season, and I think he's on his way out. Probably won't be there next season. Stalock and the other guy are the goalies of the future. Is it Kakinen? Kakinen, I think. And so I put Stalock. I think Stalock will be the guy. Penalty kill is horrible. They need to do something about the penalty kill. Their offense, and I don't know why I put it. I think I can take that off because they scored 218 goals. Their offense was okay. It's the defense that needs some work. So I should have put probably defense. Goalies, only in that I don't know who's going to start exactly. I'm assuming Stalock. Maybe it's Dubnyk. Maybe he has a good camp. I don't know. I didn't hear anything. So goalies are a question mark. And veterans, they've got a lot of veterans. I got a couple listed here. Zuccarello, Koivu, Stahl, and Parise. They've got a lot of veteran guys that can lift their game, possibly, and push these guys over Vancouver. It's a possibility. So I've got 2 games to tell you now. So I didn't do the Nashville and the Wild, so I'm going to do Nashville. I think this is probably not what everybody would say. I'm going to take, I guess I'm going to do Nashville. I don't know why my pen is running out in 5. So I'm going Nashville. I'm going with Coyotes. Yeah, the Nashville Coyotes. Arizona in 5. I don't think a lot of people are going with that way. It's just one of those gut things. I don't have any particular reason, except maybe they're going to want to prove that they're not as bad a team as they are. So we're going to go with that. So I'm going with Coyotes. I should take my pen back because I got Canucks and Wild. I know where I'm going. I still don't know how many games I've taken it in. Okay, so I really think here, I don't think Galchenyuk's good enough to make a big difference. Coy was getting a little old. I don't know if these guys will make a difference. Don't know if Stalock with his 9-10 save percentage is really good enough, or if he's a better goalie than that. I'm going to go with the Nuts in 4. So I can take the Canucks in 4. So to recap, I've got Jets in 3. Yeah, you know what? That doesn't really tell you what I took, does it? Jets. That's better. Jets in 3. Oilers in 5. Coyotes in 5. Canucks in 4. There you go. Almost the same amount of time as the Eastern Conference video. Wow. Okay, except, you know what? I'm going to go run through this very fast. That's round robin. I don't have time to put that up on the board. St. Louis finished number 2 overall. Colorado number 3 overall. Vegas number 8 overall. Dallas number 10 overall. This is what I think. Without going through all of their stats, this is what I think. I think St. Louis is going to end up with a 1-2 record in that round robin. Colorado is going to go 2-1. Vegas is going to go 2-1. And Dallas is going to go 1-2. And that's going to put it Colorado in 1st, Vegas in 2nd, St. Louis in 3rd, and Dallas in 4th. So that's how I think it's going to finish up after the round robin for the 1, 2, 3, 4. The teams that had to bye. Okay, so that's it. There's my video. It's all over the place. I get it, but we had fun. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. While you're down there doing that, again, leave a comment in the comment section. Hey, you're crazy. I don't like what you said. Whatever you think about my opinions, let me know what you think about these, my predictions. If you agree or disagree in the comment section. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and ring that notifications bell, which is also down there. And that's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. And sometimes I do NHL videos like this. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe out there so that you can come back and watch more Talking Habs videos. So wear a mask when you're out in public. I do. I leave my door, I'm wearing a mask. That's how I do it. It's my personal thing. I would hope everybody else would do that too. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye, y'all.